That complicates the matter for that small business, particularly in a state that doesn't even have a sales tax.
Not really.
Well, I think the gentleman, I'll ask Mr. Byrne to respond since he had a very different experience with the cost of the software implementation for his business.
Yes, I don't believe the software is, at least as of a year ago, it's what they call in the industry vaporware. It's not as advertised. It's expensive and so forth. However, that is a technical problem that could be solved probably in a year or two. Software could be created that does this smoothly. I think that there's a range of disagreement among us as may first appear, although I would prefer you didn't change anything at all.
But you want a small business exemption. He says you don't need a small business exemption. Tell me why you do need a small business exemption.
Well, I think you need a small business exemption to reflect the fact that there will be implementation and costs for any business. I think the states who want to do this should be providing it for free, but there's still going to be an implementation cost, and that for really small sellers, that implementation cost is going to be higher than the tax this society collects.
Let me ask both of you this question. If we're doing this for interstate sales, and I assume you're going to do this for not only online businesses, but also mail-order businesses, telephonic businesses, and so on. If you're going to do it, why not have one uniform interstate definition of what the tax is? If the state wants to collect some different formula with the different conditions in its state, great. But if it's going to collect sales taxes, require a business out of state to collect taxes, why not have one uniform definition of what's subject to the tax and one uniform interstate tax? Some states that have a very high sales tax, well, they may lose a point or two. Some states with a low sales tax, they might gain a point or two. But for the business doing business online, it would seem to me a lot more practical and a lot more fair to say this is the rate that you have to pursue if you're going to do business online.
Sir, I agree. That's very much in the direction of the bill that we're proposing. What we're saying is don't do it. But if you're going to do it, don't go with a streamlined project, which will end up, it doesn't create a uniform system. It's still a complicated system. Go with a much simpler uniform system, but where the states are, the bill as we propose it would still allow the states to keep their individual rates, but they would have to provide the software and the interface, but it would be uniform. What you're proposing is going a step further. Even the rates